Hey, hi everyone. It has been quite a long time. I had uploaded any videos into my channel. So in my today's session, I'm going to explain about one of the utility tool called Node Version Manager or ENVM, which is basically used to switch between various versions of available Node.js runtime on your system. Okay. In programming or in real world application development, we may encounter some scenarios where some of the applications are developed in old versions of the runtime and some are developed with the newer version of the SDKs of the runtime. So you may encounter a scenario where you want to debug some older applications which has been developed in very old versions of your SDKs. In this example, it's a Node.js. So how you can switch between various versions of these runtimes or SDKs, we will see here in the context of Node.js too. So on GitHub in particular, I found this Cory Butler's NVM Windows. That's a node version manager for Windows tool, which is very handy and useful, which I tried on my local PC. Okay, so I just gone through that. It's a simple tool which you can install on your machine. Okay, so there are various executables available, like for the Linux, Windows, no installation based executable. So what I have done is, in particular, I have selected NVM for Windows by checking the license. As you would see, it's a MIT license, so it's free, okay, for the time being. So you can make use of that on your machine. Okay, you can go through that license in detail. So when you go to this particular releases page, okay, let me go to the releases page. That's this one. Okay, and here you would find, okay, the executables. Okay, so over here, as you would see, there are various archives available like nvm no install, which you are going to install manually on your machine. There are some checksum based zip, setup.exe. I have used this one because I just want that tool. I don't want any source code or anything else. So downloaded this tool, okay, this executable, and I installed it on my machine. A very simple set of instructions to install it on your machine. Okay, a wizard based installation will come up on your screen. So that's what it is. Very simple. So if you go to their page, you will find all the details. Okay, what this tool, what it does, the version related information. Okay, everything is available over there, and also you can find some very useful commands which you can use in order to play with the various versions of the node.js version. Okay, so that's it. You'll find the main releases, hotfixes, all this information on this GitHub page. Now what I'm going to do is I will go to command prompt, because as I have already installed on my machine, so I will show you some simple commands. That is nvm debug. If you give this particular information for this command, okay, so as you would see, currently I'm not using admin or elevated rights, but this particular tool has been installed on my machine. And remember one thing, please install this tool as an administrator. Okay, because installing this tool as an administrator will help you to switch between various versions of the node.js version. In order to make use of that envm use command, or the command which is used to switch between various versions of node.js, requires administrative privileges or elevated rights. So ensure you install this particular tool, nvm tool. When you right click and install it, you run it as an administrator. Okay, so nvm debug, it basically gives you the diagnostic. See, I'm not admin or I am not having elevated rights. Okay, and you would see what is the nvm for windows version 1.1.11, where it is installed. All these details you would find over here. Okay, so node installations are here. So and the nvm is currently installed over here. Okay, and active node.js version is version 14.17.0. Okay, so all these details will be shown on this console window. Now I will use the nvm list command. Let me show the nvm list. So this will show me, okay, what all node.js versions I have on my machine. Okay, one is the latest, which is 20.9.0, and another one is 14.7.0. The star indicates currently this is being used. Okay, it's in use. The 14.17.0 version is in use because I had an application which was developed almost long ago, and it was made use of this particular version of nodejs for the development. So if I want to debug that, if I want to run it, I have to switch back to that version. That's why I have switched it to 14.17.0. Okay, so this is the nvm list command. It will list out all these stuffs. Then comes the nvm use command. Now I have decided there are some applications which are using the latest version, that is 20.9.0. Now if I want to switch back to that, then what I need to do is nvm use, then specify the version, that is 20.9.0. Okay, when you hit enter, do remember this is the nvm use command requires administrative privileges. You should be an elevated user. When you hit the command, if you have administrative privileges, it will silently work out and change the version to 20.9.0. If you don't have elevated rights like me, then administrative credentials pop-up will appear from the Windows side, where you have to enter admin creds in order to switch the version. Okay, so do remember this point. So if I hit enter, I will get that pop-up to enter administrative users credentials, okay, or admin creds basically. And one more useful command is nvm install. Okay, so suppose you have two versions like the ones I have. Now if I want to install some other version, even older version or some newer version, okay, so what I need to do is I need to use nvm install. Okay, and then you just specify the version number. For example, say in my case I want to install the version 13.0.1. okay, so just hit enter, and the node.js version, the version you are expecting over here, that is 13.0.1, will be installed under the jurisdiction of node version manager. Okay, so node version manager will take care of its installation and also adds an entry to its existing list once the installation is successful. Okay, then you will, then when you run the nvm list command, it will show you three versions including 13.0.1, and you can switch to that version and work on it. Okay, quite a handy tool basically. It will make our life very easier. Okay, because whenever you want to work on some other version of your SDKs, okay, you are not required to uninstall your current version of the node.js and then install the version you are expecting and then work. No, just have this tool on your machine, install whatever version of node.js you want to install using this nvm install command only, and then using the nvm use command, you keep on switching between various versions you want to use. Okay guys, so that's the simple demo on node version manager tool in order to switch between various versions of the node.js SDKs or the runtime. I hope it's useful for you people. Okay, and it will make your life easier when you are dealing with the applications which are developed era. Okay, so thank you for listening, and try it out this tool on your machine. Okay, make use of that. Have a nice day guys. Thank you.